Kansas City getting Google was a real surprise. Nobody really even knew about it. I mean, some of us had read, Topeka was going to change their name to Google for a day, and there were all kinds of things happening around the country. We didn't even know Kansas City, Kansas had applied. We had this invitation to come to Wyandotte High School on a day in March, and going to have this big announcement. And got there and saw the big Google truck, and you thought, can this be possible? We got this thing. And the announcement was pretty special. Everybody was really excited.
Let's do this for Kansas City, Kansas.
And let's do this for Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm a lifelong Kansas Citian, and so I've been able to witness this from the announcement to where we are today. I can say that Google, the announcement of coming to Kansas City, served as a catalyst for our community, where conversations happening about entrepreneurship, access to capital, workforce development, all of those things were happening already, but kind of in silos. Having Google pick Kansas City served as a catalyst for us.
But I was told at one time by a Google person that KCK was not at one point wasn't in the top 20. And for whatever reason, they decided to go back and take another look at this community. And the more they looked, I assume, the more they liked what they saw.
Kansas City, we're not good at bragging or talking about ourselves that much, and so we're fighting that reputation of Kansas City being a cow town and flyover country. I mean, it's funny the comments I've gotten, and I'm sure all of us that are from here get where's your accent, or comments like you still ride horses, or I had a friend of a friend that thought this was
how big's your tractor?
Yeah, that thought this was swamp country. And so I mean, you have to change that perception, because Kansas City, I mean, there's a ton of talent here and a ton of stuff going on, but you have to kind of make people aware of that. And something like Google Fiber that gives us a spotlight is you don't get that very often. And so this is a huge opportunity where the world is looking to see what Kansas City does with Google Fiber, and in that same time learn about Kansas City.
Google was really interested in Kansas City for several reasons in terms of how we were attracted to this community. And one of those things is our strong roots in Kansas City in entrepreneurship, with the Kauffman Foundation, and certainly corporations like H&R Block, Hallmark, Cerner, Garmin, and other greats who have come out of Kansas City. It's a really strong community that way.
One was the infrastructure, and the infrastructure in older communities, lots of poles, telephone poles, electric poles. That's cheaper than putting it underground.
Another thing about Kansas City that's attractive is this is a community where we believe we can make a difference. You have a lot of people that are online and they just want to go faster, but we also have a significant part of our population that isn't there yet. So we think that we can come and offer a service that allows them to get online for the first time.
In Kansas City, Kansas, the school district provides laptops for all their high school kids. And we have been told that was also an issue. I mean, they're going to run a free wire to every school in the community. And so these kids having those laptops gives a chance for innovation in classrooms. It's got great possibilities.
I see what's going on here in Kansas City now with Google Fiber. I mean, Google Fiber is giving people a reason to talk about Kansas City. Des Moines is a great startup town. They don't have Google Fiber. No one's talking about Des Moines startup, except for people in Des Moines. But I mean, because the world's changing, these communities are all forming everywhere. And Kansas City is now a flashpoint. Like, you can come here and you can see how the world is changing.
It's an emerging startup community or city. I mean, if you go to the places like Silicon Valley or these other established cities, I think there's more competition, and it can be quote unquote more cutthroat. Whereas, the Midwest mentality in general is more supportive, more hey, what's happening, how you doing, and you throw that in with the startup scene, and you get people supporting one another, giving each other advice, not so much worried about competition, but rather collaboration, I think.
they really did pull me in. And if it had been another city, you know, I'm really not sure there would have been this kind of support. It might have been a lot harder for me to get some support or get some foundation to actually come here. And Ben likes to say that the Homes for Hackers is an on-ramp to Kansas City.
You know, we're basically on the forefront of this awesome technology, and it's going to come around. I mean, clearly, 5 years from now, this won't be a big deal because most of the nation will have super fast internet, more than likely, but we have it now.
There's so much going on here. Like right before I came here, I was with a group talking about the new Proof of Concept Center. So talking with people who are leading that initiative, and then also people who are thinking about angel investor incentives. So all of these things that are really at this tipping point right now in Kansas City. This is going to be a big year for Kansas City. It's certainly a big year for Google as we're ramping up our installations and our service keeps getting better and better. This is the two working together. It's a fantastic time to be here.
There is quite a wide digital divide.
Google Fiber in education, we think, has a lot of potential. Schools are going to learn a different way of teaching and learning.
The world has changed, and it's driven by computers. And so what was going on here in Kansas City was kind of a product of just technological change.